Hey, here we go. Here we are. Here we be. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, we got a whole three people. Yeah.
Hey, big time, big time. Yeah.
What's up out there, associates? You saw out there, associates. I hope you're honored. I gave you the manager's moderator. You can ban
Hell
people
yeah.
for you can ban words. You can ban words. That's amazing. I
Damn.
am me. Is that I am me? Hey, hey, how you doing? How you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're having a good night tonight. Friday Wrangler. Howdy doozer. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Friday Wrangler. You're not wrong. All right, guys. Oh man. Well, we have three today. Well, I see four. We got four now. Uh, th- Today we're gonna do finally a little bit of video work for you guys. So I hope you guys are ready for us to actually see some stuff, not just hear us. Doc Danger, what's up, buddy? Oh man, it's so good to see you. I'm so happy you made it to the stream. Uh, we got Candy Gale. Oh, hello. How you doing? uh, okay, so we're actually gonna show you videos today, so get ready for that. We're gonna start off with corrections over here. He's gonna walk us through his first video on his channel. So if you haven't subscribed to corrections, make sure you do that because he's my partner and I need him to be as successful as I am. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That's right.
He's currently beating me on the sub count, by the way. I think, right? Are we even? I don't know.
I'm at, last time I checked, I was at 81.
Yeah, I think I'm behind you by like 10. I think we're like at a basketball score in the fourth quarter. Gotta catch
That's
up.
right. Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna walk us through his video at first. That this is his first video that he's put up on YouTube. So we're proud of him. Everybody give him a hand. And
Yay.
and and we're gonna christen it here. So he's gonna walk us through the whole video. Probably not gonna say much because I'm not a corrections officer, at least not on real life. I play one on TV, and
That's right.
he's just gonna get us through that. It's gonna be 14 minutes, and then after that we have another special thing we're gonna show you. So let me just get this out here.
All right. Let's see here.
All
All
right, take
right.
it away,
So, yeah.
corrections.
So, one of the things I wanted to focus on with my channel is a lot of people ask me all the time, what's it like working in corrections and some of the wild stuff that happens. And so, one of the things I want to really do is go through some of these, where assaults and stuff happen in jails where you just shit happens really, really crazy, and it gets really wild really quick. And one of the things that we do regularly at the jail is after there's a use of force incident, is we have a debriefing. Everybody's on lockdown. We go through the videos and we learn from them because there's not ever a one time that we've ever had to where we said everybody did everything perfect. It's a learning experience. And so when I go and make these videos, it's not to bash these officers. It's not to criticize them. It's a learning experience for me too. I'm like, oh wow, yeah. If I'm ever in that situation, I can keep this in mind. And then it's a good learning tool for people who don't have any experience with jail and just kind of seeing some of the craziness that happens. And one of the things I tried to relate to in the video too is that, look, you can use some of these same tactics, as far as knowing, where you're standing, having people behind you, just in the general public. I mean, things are getting crazy nowadays, and it's only going to get crazier with all the shootings and stabbings and muggings and crime rate going up. Knowing your exits and just being situationally sound as far as your awareness of what's around you. So that's kind of a lot of why I like to why I'm going to enjoy doing some of these videos. So let's kick it off. We'll have a little bit of fun here. It's happens pretty quick, so if you haven't seen it,
Good day, everybody. This is Corrections 101 here with you. It's kind of a landmark day. First video for my channel. And we are at, I believe, 77 subscribers. They say the first part is to hit the hardest part is to hit 100 subscribers first. And I figure, well, I'm doing pretty well at 77 without any content yet. So let's get this going.
I
Let's get
hate you for
100 and
saying that
200
number.
and 500. Hey, I just want to have a good time
sorry.
doing this, okay? So before we get into it, we're going to do a jail breakdown where a female correctional officer gets assaulted by a female inmate. We're going to break it down, see what mistakes were made. This isn't to criticize a particular officer or certain officers. It's a learning experience, right? For people who are looking to go into corrections, who may be into corrections. I love looking at videos like this because even though I've been a correctional officer for about 5 years, I still learn from other use of force incidents. I've been involved in well over 200 use of force incidents, and every single time I learn something different. After I look at the video of the incident and break it down, and there's always something that I can find. Once you got to also take this, if you're not, a
Skip forward a little bit.
Joshua freaking
Get to the good
Atlanta
part.
has two sovereign citizens with both of them have open warrants. We're going to go try to serve those, and I'll have my body camera on. And so hopefully we get something eventful out of that. Maybe not. Maybe we'll end up with nothing, but just hit that bell because it's going to be good stuff. Jail breakdown stuff, prison breakdown stuff, police stuff, sovereign citizen stuff. We're going to kind of hit a lot of stuff, but it's going to try to be entertaining and informative too. So let's go ahead and first is it's going to happen pretty fast. And I'm not going to point out any errors at first. I kind of want you to look at it and see what you think, see what you find out. If you can point out any mistakes, and then we'll go back over it. It's pretty short here. We'll go ahead and play it. And of course, with all jails, they don't have sound with the security systems, so security cameras.
And you'll hear me just over and over. You just cannot turn your back on them towards inmates. You can't. You just can't do that. So dangerous.
All right, so that's pretty much over with this part. There's still more
Oh wow.
vantage points that
The
over.
the thing
So we're
the thing
gonna go
when
back here to the beginning
when I
here,
was in
and we're gonna
jail,
start
man.
breaking it down a little
The,
bit. Okay, so what
when I was
happens
in
is this.
jail.
Well,
Oh,
I read the
I thought you
backstory
had
on the
paused it.
story.
That
I thought you had paused it. My bad. But when I was in jail, man, uh, nobody could if we came to a wall, we had to look at that wall. Came to a wall, you look at the wall. It was
yes.
like I got so used to it that for a while after when I came back out, no lie, dude. If I was like in like close to a wall when I was waiting in line, I would turn to it and I'll be like, what the hell am I doing?
Well, same thing like in an elevator too. Like if you're getting escorted and you're going in an elevator, you put your nose in that back corner, facing the back.
Oh yeah, yeah, I did that. No lie, I did that when I went back. I went to the I went to the court. I actually wasn't even mine. I went with somebody to go visit, like to go help them, not visit them, like help them. And when I walked into the court and we walked into the elevator, I did the walking all the way to the back of the elevator. And I had to stop myself and like pretend that I wasn't doing an inmate thing. Like I stopped and I pretended I was like holding onto the bar, like like this solid bar right here.
Yeah. Right.
Oh
Oh.
man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
And so the inmate, the female inmate, she's getting done with it's some kind of a medical worker in a waiting room. And this female officer is coming off the elevators to come and escort that inmate, I'm assuming, back to either her pod or her cell. And that's when stuff gets real. So let's start breaking it down here. We'll kind of go little by little here. So she comes off the elevator. Everything's fine. Okay. So not a lot of criticism here. I mean, I wouldn't be hugging that door so much. I would have kind of, an arm length, just, in a jail situation like this. And of course, you're in a kind of confined area here in a hallway. It's a rather larger hallway, but it's not a pod where there's a ton of room. And so space is your friend, all right? So space and distance. And you can see how fast, just within a couple feet there, how fast that inmate can close a distance like that. And we'll get another vantage point here in a second where it's a camera from the opposite view where you can see her coming out and you can see how close she gets to her. So anyway, she punched her and now her back's to her. This is a problem. But sometimes you just get spun when you get punched and, there's really nothing you can do about it. But this is a problem right here is you can see anything that an inmate wants to do right now to her, she can do because her back's to her. Okay. Good job keeping her composure though, keep upright and not going down to the floor. That was excellent. Here comes, okay. All right. So now came off the elevator came that male officer. Well, what's right behind him? A male offender, right? That's a huge problem. That cannot happen. Okay. Because right now, in jails, the number one thing that, the number one problem in jails, especially, is when male and female offenders get around each other. They like to show off to each other. They like to be the peacocks. And, especially if you've been locked up for a while, something that you wouldn't chase on the street might be looking better for you in jail. And plus, it's just, to show off to the opposite sex. And so it creates a huge problem. Right now, this male inmate behind them, these officers right here that are dealing with this female inmate that just assaulted the female officer, their backs are to him. He can do anything he wants to them right now. Typically, as soon as that he should have had that. He should have told that inmate to go sit up against the wall, to sit with his legs crossed or facing the wall, even better, to not watch what's going on and to sit there. Because you can see in that glass behind that male offender, there's another officer there. There's some kind of a informational window, or maybe a supervisor's office, maybe part of the control room. I don't know. But there is an officer right there that could keep an eye on him. I would have just had him sit over there against the wall. That way, he, if he decided to move it and everything. But yeah, you can't just have an offender behind you walking around like that. That's extremely, extremely dangerous right there. So luckily, nothing comes of that. So you can see with this male officer that this female inmate, it seemed like she was pretty cool with the male inmate. Something has gone on with this female inmate and the female officer. This female inmate really does not like this female officer. Maybe she feels like she's enforcing the rules too hard on her. Maybe it's just a personality conflict in the pods. I don't know, but she's really keyed in on this female officer. And if there would have been any way possible, it's kind of hard with only two officers there. You can't just have one officer dealing with it because that female inmate's a pretty big girl. And, it would have been in an enclosed space like that. I would have tried to maybe just having that female officer back off a little bit. It seemed like she was going to submit to handcuffs, but as soon as that female officer got close again, she just took her opportunity. And of course, that female officer turned her back again. You just can't. It's so dangerous in a jail. You cannot turn your back towards inmates. You just can't do it. You leave yourself so vulnerable to a variety of attacks. This male officer does great right here, taking the female inmate down to the ground here. Pretty textbook there. See, at this point, I just of it that female officer, and it's nothing against her. It's
Yeah, with that female officer, with all those officers arriving now, yeah, she really should have. They should have had her just back off because, it's just fuel on the fire, right, Jerry?
I'm sorry, but am I incorrect?
Yeah,
Do I sound weird or anything?
not to me.
Okay, no, I was just making sure because when I came in, I was getting a weird sound in my headphones, but I guess nobody can hear it but me, so I'm thinking it's my headphones.
Oh, okay. Do you have anything to add before we go on?
I actually no, I'm sorry. dealing with the technical stuff right now, but keep going.
Okay, all right.
It's just that female inmate's really keyed in on her right now, and with so many officers showing up right now, there's no reason for her to be involved in that restraint. It's just going to add fuel to the fire. Just have her get away from her. She's already been assaulted twice now. Just no reason for her to really be part of it. The other thing I wanted to point at too is you saw, and we can go back here. She lost her handcuffs, and before that, we'll go back a little bit further here. You can tell, see the male officer, he's actually going to cuff up that female inmate, and so she's kind of halfway. She's in between of making a decision with the handcuffs. Either put them back in your pouch, slide them in a cargo pocket, or keep them in your hand. You got to make a decision one way or the other. Now, with the male officer going ahead and going to put the restraints on the female inmate, I would immediately repouch those handcuffs or slid them in my cargo pocket, because sometimes that's a lot faster. You're not fumbling with them as much, depending on what kind of a holster you have for your handcuff. But I'd immediately got him. I would have immediately had him out of my hands, those handcuffs. That way you have both hands. If she does attack you again, which she does, you have both hands to defend yourself. So you can see she's still, and that's her handcuffs hitting the ground there. She just can't make a decision right there. And that's not to pick on her, because these things happen so fast. You're taking into so many things into consideration. You have the female inmate, you just got attacked twice. Everything's just going crazy. You have a male offender just walk. Everything happens so fast. You have so many things to take into consideration. You have a massive adrenaline dump, and you're just really, really super focused on one thing. And sometimes it's hard to take in the big picture, right? You get really, I've had times where I've suffered from tunnel vision really bad, to where I thought I saw something or heard something, and then I watched the video, I saw something totally different. Now here's the view to where she's going to be coming out of the visiting room where she was meeting with the healthcare professional. Though there's something really subtle here I want you to watch for and see if you can see it here. See if you can see it. Play it again here. Did you see it? See if we can see it.
Did anybody see what I was? Did anybody see what I was looking at? Jerry, did you see?
Was it an orb? Did you see an orb?
No, definitely not an orb. Something with her body language that it was something very subtle she did.
Did she take something out of her prison wallet?
Definitely not that. I definitely didn't see that.
Okay, then I'm not focused on the same thing you are.
The chat, did they see it? I'm not in the comments here. Does anybody see it in the chat?
Abby Polis says the waistline.
Yes, very good, very good.
I'll play it again. Watch what she does with it. Watch what she does with her waistband. It's really subtle, and this is something that you just have to work in a jail a lot. I've seen this several times before an assault happens. They play with that waistband. It's a nervic almost. Sometimes they'll have a weapon there, maybe a shank or something, but usually it's a nervous tick. Their hands are ready to go. They need to keep their hands occupied, right? So they play with that waistband. And I've seen that a lot. And that's just something that just comes with time in a correctional facility. It's just finding those little nervous ticks, those body posture cues that something may be about to happen. And when she started playing with that waistband, immediately when I saw that, I was like, oh snap, yeah, she was getting those hands ready, because she had that nervous itch ready to go. She had that adrenaline pump, and she knew she saw that female coming, and she knew she had her one-on-one, and she was going to go after her at that point. So she had that nervous itch with her hands on that waistband. They're taken away there. There's a pretty good sized jail. I mean, you can tell anytime you have a big jail like that with a bunch of red tape.
Well, that's pretty much the main parts of it. It's kind of a breakdown of kind of little things that you see that that hey, this could have gone better, this could have gone better, and this situation awareness could have been better, and it's all a learning thing for people just to think about. And it's kind of eye-opening to people that have never been to jail or never worked in a jail, to just see how fast things happen like that. I mean, it can just go to a complete shit show and just you know. And this isn't even this doesn't even touch on the worst of the worst. I have a lot worse ones ready to go, but I'm not going to do them yet because I'm waiting to see how YouTube reacts to this one. You know, to see how they treat it. You know,
they might react like DMA when he's getting touched by somebody. Don't touch me, man! Don't touch me.
Chilli, get away from me, lady.
Get away from me, lady.
Oh, it's insane.
Speaking of chili, I think we're gonna watch. You think you can find the that live stream, the one that people say he was melting down on?
Yeah,
well, he's melting down on all of them. Of course, it's not like there's like one in particular, but apparently he had a really big meltdown.
Yeah, it's gonna. He's such a punchable face.
The building superintendent was holding a public event with public officials for the public press. So this cop is a total dunce cap.
I don't want you here.
Oh, he said, I don't want you here. I don't care.
So for who didn't see this stream today, it was about a reporter that was at a public event at a private location. The reporter gets arrested because he's raising his scene. He's raising his voice during his speech. They ask him to stop and then to leave. And then he says, blank you, I'm not leaving. I'm a reporter. It's my First Amendment right to be here. And he ends up getting arrested, and Chili's having a meltdown over it. And then he goes into a sexist rant after a while. It's pretty amazing.
Wait. So he got arrested, and this is the rant afterwards, or he's gonna get arrested?
He's gonna get arrested. Yeah, this reporter is gonna get arrested, but he already knows he gets arrested. He's going over the body camera footage and everything, and he's gonna just have a total meltdown.
Oh, cool. Hey, man, well, I haven't seen it, Frauditor Wrangler. Sheesh.
If you don't want me here.
You relax.
It's so funny when anytime you pause his face, it's it's golden. Every time. Chili does not disappoint.
You could take what you want and go shove it up where the sun don't shine.
He still refused.
Yes, of course he refused to leave,
go.
as he should have.
There we go with the rectum stuff with Chili.
So now he's arrested for invoking his rights. I pray to God he's listed in the civil rights lawsuit. That piece of shit pig right there.
That's his own fault. He's arrested.
No, it's your fault. It's your fault, Piggy. And I pray to God you get demoted, you lose your job. I hope worse for you, bro. I can't say it out loud. I said it out loud one time about how I feel about the trolls, and they just repeat it. But that's how I feel. If you're not here, I don't care. You don't want to work together? Then get out. I don't care. You're just part of the problem. One less of you.
All
he had to do was break himself and not. All he had to do was be willing to be a subjugate, be willing to lose his rights. That's all he had to do. Of course, he kept on arguing, as he should have, because his rights were being violated. Of course, he should have kept arguing.
Did Chili say subjugate? What? What did he say? He said subjugate? You have to be a what?
He didn't want to be a subjugate to the rules. Yeah.
That's what he said. He said subjugate. He didn't say
subjugate. Words are hard.
He said subjugate.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't understand it. He doesn't understand that our right to be press is more important than you. You are not as important as the press. Your life is. I understand, he says. You don't, and he won't understand unless this news organization sues his ass.
The press?
Yes, he holds the press's lives more important than the police. Yes.
What?
Because Chili's press.
Oh my, yeah. Oh my God. Get Chili, dude. Not even the press hold their life more important than the police, dude. Not even the real press, not even real journalists do that. What is wrong with this guy, dude?
Right. Oh.
Look at his face.
Oh, I understand he has rights, but if we want to take away those rights, we can. I understand he has rights and he was using his rights, but if we pigs decide we can take your rights, we can just do it. And if you don't comply, then you're going to go to a dungeon. And by the way, you pigs, you're not putting me on the ground like that. You need a few of you. I'm not putting my arms behind my back ever again. You want to arrest me? If I've done something wrong, I'll walk. You're not torturing me. And if you're going to torture me, you're going to have to kill me. And last I checked, I'm strong as a bull. So it's going to take a few of you guys. And then you're going to have to hurt me, and it's going to be on camera. All because I don't want to be tortured to go to the dungeon first.
By law enforcement, I can't speak to that. That's no.
Look at this piece of shit pig. Look at this piece of shit pig. Look at him. Look at his actions. Let me show you. Watch this man right here. Watch how he doesn't understand that I hope he goes to hell. Watch his mannerisms for 10 seconds.
I understand what you're trying to do. I understand you guys have stuff to do. But when he's told to leave, by law enforcement, I can't speak to that. That's no. What I just.
When he's told to leave, I understand he has rights. But when he's told to leave by law enforcement, that's an issue.
I understand you guys have stuff to do.
I understand you have a First Amendment right to be there.
When he's told to leave, by law enforcement, I can't speak to that. That's no. What I just.
Wow. There it is in a nutshell, folks. There it is in a nutshell. When he's told, I understand he has the right to be there, but when he's told by law enforcement to leave, that's an issue. No, it's not. What the issue is
Yeah, when you're told to leave, you're told to leave, my guy.
It's like what the thing about it is that all these frauditors, and including Chili, they believe that the press has some sort of like, special badge because they're the press. It's like, no, they have special access because they've created that special access. They've talked to people, within the government facilities or whatever, to allow them to get in there because they have, things that they want to report on. And since they want to be transparent, they help them so that they can create these, these stories that they're gonna disseminate. But Chili, you're not a good faith actor. You're not a person who is allowed these access because you're a felon, first of all. Second of all, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Third of all, there's no purpose for your visits. Like, really, there isn't. You have no purpose. For as much as you say that you have a mission, there is no purpose to your visit. So all you're doing is wasting everybody's time. And stop it. Just stop it.
Right. And just to make sure that we're factual, though, he is not a felon.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, I just want it because I know someone out there will pick us apart and say, "Oh, they're spreading misinformation about Chili. He is not a felon."
All right, fine.
Just
He's not a felon. I'm a felon. There. All right. Good.
Now
Good,
he did
good,
have
good.
felony charges on him for the GHB, but
He
allegedly he
deferred.
became a snitch and got that sweetheart deal to be able to get a diversion program. So, and I used the word
Whatever.
allegedly. So there you go.
It's not even that bad. Like to be a felon. Just it happens or whatever. People
Right.
become felons for many reasons. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like it just depends on how many felonies you got, in what type of category you got them in, and whether you decide on getting more of them.
Exactly. And I look at that the same way too, because I could care less if someone has a felony, to be honest. I know I work with another officer that has a felony, and no one cares. He's one of the best guys in there. But it was a felony 20 years ago. He changed his life around, and he's a good dad and owns his own home, and he's a productive member of society. And I think it's kind of bullshit that, because it was a drug offense, and he lived in Chicago, and he was dealing drugs on the streets. I think it's pretty much bullshit that I hate this blanket ban on felons that can't touch firearms. Like this guy, okay, he's a correctional officer. You made a mistake 20 years ago. It was something non-violent. It's ridiculous that he can't go deer hunting. Or if officers go to the shooting course, he can't go with them because he can't touch a gun. It's ridiculous.
Wait, he can't expunge his felony?
Illinois, it's very, very, very tough. They're trying to push through something to be able to change that, to make it easier, but it's not there yet. Illinois is very tough.
I'm in the course of expunging mine.
Yeah, but then you still have to worry about the federal too, because you got to remember there's both state and federal laws.
Oh no,
it's against federal law for.
Yeah, I didn't face federal charges. I didn't face federal charges. I only had state.
Right, but what I'm saying is that it's still against federal law for even being convicted on a state felony. For anybody with a felony conviction within the country, it's against federal law to own a gun. So it's complicated.
Oh,
It's almost like marijuana, right? So a state can legalize it like Colorado, but it's still it's still a scheduled drug according to the federal government and illegal. So if the federal government wanted to arrest you in Colorado for marijuana, they could.
well, I could speak on that because I'll tell you right now. The gun thing, I'm okay. I'll probably never have a gun. I'm nervous around them. I get a nervous twitch. When I'm around them, like I don't know. I guess it's like PTSD or whatever. But it's like it's small. It's just a thing that whenever there's a gun like where I have to hold it, I get real nervous around it. I don't know. I gotta see a psychiatrist about it. Anyways, uh, I used to run a marijuana shop. So my shop when I was running it, I wasn't backed up by a bank. I couldn't be backed up by a bank. Everything that all the money and stuff like that I used for my overhead and stuff like that was all in the safe inside the shop because I couldn't keep it in a bank because it wouldn't be FDIC insured because of my business, what it was labeled as, and so sometimes I tried to sneak it in by making it something else, but then you could get charges for what do they call it, laundering. So I had to when I was doing that for a minute, I had to switch it. I had to switch it back. I literally had to do it because uh, I already had the eye on me by the local sheriffs that I was running the shop. So it sucks, man. That really sucks. I don't know if they've changed the law since then because I've been out of the business as far as the shop is concerned for like 3 years now. So I don't know. I have no idea if they changed it. But yeah, that was the tough part of running the shop is that you could not put your money in a bank. It just you just couldn't.
That's nuts.
Is when we all get our gun rights back, you're done. You're done. When we actually create constitutional cities and we kick the pigs out, you're done, dude. We are this close. I guarantee you by in America that bans government. I guarantee.
Okay, here we go. A constitutional city where they ban police. Who the fuck is going to take care of the murderers? Who's going to do it? Chilli?
No, the camera. The camera's going to stop everybody.
He does not think about these things.
It's because the reason why he's so dumb. The reason why he doesn't think about him. Yeah, the reason why he doesn't think about him is because all he's thinking about is what he wants to get away with. He's like, yeah, if there's no coppers, then I can sell all the GHB I want.
Right. Yeah, and he's totally against jails and prisons. So I don't what are you going to do with rapists? What are you going to do with murderers? Stay in Chili's basement?
Yeah, what about detectives? What about solving cold cases and stuff like that? Like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. Yeah.
I would bet my life on it. We are heading to constitutional cities that ban jackboot thugs, pigs like this guy. Guarantee it. I guarantee it. It's coming because you know what? The reason why, and I thought about this long and hard since we had that talk about 2 weeks ago. The reason why they want to strip our gun rights, you can't carry, you can't conceal, is because they know if we were all carrying guns, this jackboot thug pig would have been put in his place, as he should have been. As he should have been put in his place. I'm not talking.
Yeah.
What was that?
I said, yeah, kind of a threat against police there, Chilli. Are you there?
Oh, no. Yeah, I didn't hear you for a second there. I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just like, yeah, that's kind of a threat against the police there, Chilli. Dumbass.
Yeah. Talking about killing and death. I'm talking about the simple undertone of the threat of violence. And Jordan Peterson talks about this in great detail. When two women go back and forth, there's not the underlying threat of violence. But when two men are going back and forth, there is the underlying threat of violence. Well, in a society where every one of us is armed, this pig would have had to back down because the underlying threat of violence could escalate. And when he's violating reporters' rights, it could escalate into something gigantic. This pig would be shouted down if we had our actual gun rights in America. Just watch it one more time. Look how this pig tries to take. He has all the power, and if you don't do what he says, your rights are unimportant. No, you don't get it, pig.
When you pull the step out and you get to the point where the building superintendent's running over saying,
"Oh, shut the fuck up, Bo. Shut up, dude. The building superintendent didn't come in. He went running over to Copsuck. He wasn't there.
We need to leave.
Wow, look at the bullshit this pig spews.
You guys have to go through. I get it.
He doesn't get it.
I get it. But when you pull the step out and you get to the point where the building superintendent's coming over and saying, you need to leave. I understand. So that's what tell me where he is.
Yeah, except that OTA, he likes
Oh,
it
that's where this is?
when somebody's behind him.
And then he
What's that?
Because OTA put Chili likes the back and
And
forth
Jerry?
concept, and OTA put Chili likes the back and forth concept. I'm all like, yeah, he likes it when somebody's behind him.
Oh yeah, he likes the balls to ass.
You got it, huh?
shakes his hand. Let's watch that again. Did this reporter shake the pig's hand? I'm not sure if you guys have noticed. Let me just point it out for you in case you guys have not noticed. I don't shake pigs' hands. I've shaken a few hands, and over time, I was like, why am I shaking this pig's hand? I no longer shake pigs' hands. You could go back to like May, last time I shook a pig's hand. But I'm not shook their hand was in Oklahoma when the cop put himself in torture cuffs. I don't shake these pigs' hands. That's not how it works. Especially after they arrest my colleagues.
What is it?
Wow.
Making love with animals is illegal, I think, right? I forget what it's called.
Yeah, definitely illegal.
He says he doesn't shake their hands anymore. He just goes straight to love making.
Wow.
Ugh.
Wow.
Little trespass.
Just get to it. Let me see.
The KTLA News Center with more. Don. Well, sure, Monica, this arrest has surprised a lot of people, including Ohio Governor Mike DeWine. News Nation reporter Evan Lambert was covering a train derailment and subsequent evacuation orders due to the release of hazardous chemicals. But he was pinned to the ground and arrested before he could finish his report. It started as a
I saw this. I want to see him get out of jail.
Moments later, police reportedly
We saw that. I mean, look how they're treating him.
the officers pulled on Lambert's arm to forcibly remove him. A struggle appears to
Of course, and by the way, of course it's a woman cop, right? Because
Here
women are
we go.
equal, right? Women are equal to us.
Here we go.
They're not. Men are not equal. Women are not equal. We are not.
Ladies in the chat, I am sorry for all men on this planet for what he is about to spew with his bullshit right here. I am sorry. Prepare yourself.
We do not condone these misogynistic thoughts.
No, we do not condone this. Whew. Get ready. Here we go.
All equal. I'm sorry. All men are created equal. Yes, your life is equal to mine. My life is equal to yours. Your existence is equal to mine. My existence is equal to yours. We are not all equal. Be in this role. So women cops, they shouldn't be cops at all whatsoever, period. Because she should not be able to put her hands on me. She should only use a camera. A woman coming in and getting physical, just imagine for a moment if I decided to haul off. Just imagine. She's not equipped. She shouldn't be there. If people don't like it, I don't care. I think our country's ruined by feminism. Ruined. There are women who are better executives than me, better at business than me. There are women who are better wrestlers than me. Adeline Gray could kick my butt. I don't believe in feminism. It's ruined our.
So
What
he could get
the
beaten
hell?
wrestling by a female, but a female cop couldn't take him down as a cop?
Yeah, what the hell are you talking about,
Dumb.
dude? He just contradicted himself in the same sentence, and
Ugh.
dude. He doesn't understand what he's talking about, dude. He just doesn't understand what he's talking about. Like the thing about equality and there's women criminals too, Chili. There are women who commit crimes who would be better suited to be searched by women. All right. There's also situations where a woman would be better served to be the police officer or the enforcer in that situation. But it doesn't even matter because women have been in the force for years now. This is not something new. This is not a concept that happened, starting, within the 2000s. They have been cops since like the 60s, man. Get over it, Chili. Damn.
Right. Well, not only that too, but both in corrections and in law enforcement, female officers are very good at de-escalating situations because when you have men going at it, you have the testosterone going at it, and it's almost like the motherly instinct coming in. And women have that X factor that most men don't have, to be able to be that more calming voice to de-escalate the situation to where we hope it doesn't go physical. And women are so good at that, in my experience.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I mean. In some situations, women are better served in some situations, and like child protective services situations. I've seen women handle those situations a lot better than men, because like they know how to speak to the children, they know how to speak to the mothers and stuff like that, and men can do it too, just like women can. It's just in some scenarios there's some things that women do better. I've seen women do better detective work in the interrogation room than men. I have like
Yeah.
3 examples of women that do better jobs at interrogating than the men do. It's just, and it's a wide spectrum, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. What he's doing is what he always does, is that he takes the hot topic that he knows is going on, like out there, and then he pushes it out to the forefront because he wants people to get riled up. And so he says things that he thinks is going to rile people up, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. So he says a bunch of nonsense.
Yep. Here we go.
Our country. Women should not be cops. We should not have any women cops at all whatsoever. If you don't like it, I don't care. We shouldn't have women firefighters either. Don't like it. I'm tired of it. I don't like that our birth rate has stagnated. If you guys haven't seen a video called The World According to Zihan, The World According to Zihan, let me just put it in here for you. I'm not a feminist. I'm against it 100%. 100%. We've ruined our country. And now we got Nikki Haley running for president. She wants to go to war. I put it in the chat, The World According to Zihan. If you haven't watched this guy's videos, you should watch them. Since we put women in the workplace, since 1945, since that when the women were left, I'm going off on a tangent here. It's the point though. The point is that we've ruined our system.
What he didn't want to spit out, what he was realizing what he was going to say was the birth rate was going down and women need to stay home and pump out the babies. That's exactly what he was going to say.
Nobody's going to pump out your baby. I was going to say something gross. But you know what? I'll just leave it alone.
He is such a vile human being. I mean, he just,
Yeah, dude, it's like all the shit that he says makes me wonder that if you get close to him, if he's just like oozing like nastiness, I wonder if like his skin just has like little droplets of disgusting just all over his face, dude. It's just
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, he's just I hate him so much.
Because we're all equal. We're not all equal. That woman would never touch that man without a badge and a gun on and without 10 other people to back her up. And I don't like it.
There's a lot of guys who wouldn't touch a lot of big ass guys without guns and badges. It's not a female thing, Chilli. I mean, the tool belt on a police officer's belt helps even the odds. I mean, I'm 5'10", like 250. I'm a pretty big guy, but there's lots of times in jail where I'm looking at an inmate going, dear Lord, I hope I don't have to go hands-on with him because he's a big motherfucker, Yeah, he's like 6'8", 340, and I'm like, God damn, that's a lot of man.
Yeah, dude. When I got it, when I was arrested and brought into jail, I was 6'3", 320. When I went into jail, and I was called the biggest Mexican in the world. That's according to the COs and the sheriffs. But yeah, that was big, and a lot of I would get, the every once in a while the 5, the 5'4", 5'5" guy that would come in, like give me the extra little tug on the arm, and I'll be like, it's cool, man. I'm not one of those. I'm not crazy, bro. You're right.
Right. Oh, chilli.
Physical with a man. It's just so wrong. It's just so wrong. It's completely wrong. But yet she grabs that man. Look at this. Do you think she could ever do that? Do you think that little beta male on top of him could ever do that?
To the ground and put him in handcuffs.
He just
Cameras
did.
rolling as Lambert is escorted to a patrol car, accused of disorderly conduct and criminal trespassing. Governor DeWine apologizing for the rough arrest a short time later. I'm certainly very, very sorry.
Oh, and I'm going to pardon him immediately. Did you say that?
That happened. I don't know all the facts, but
I'm sorry that happened. Who elected this guy? He wasn't elected. This is another rich guy's son. This is another.
Are you sure?
Just keep on putting the richest son or daughter or the richest dad or the richest this person in power. We just keep putting the person with the most money who can get the most money collected, and we keep putting guys like this in power. Look at this little toad. Look at him. You think this guy should be in charge? I don't. He's the richest guy, and that's all there is. The richest guy.
he or she, whoever was arrested, have every right to be reporting and do what they do every single day. These things really should never happen. Nikki Oster for the National Press Photography. Do you think this was a violation of First Amendment rights? Absolutely. The First Amendment is not absolute. It's subject to what's known as reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions. It appeared to me that he complied. The situation was over with. They should have just left it. Amber was released from jail.
What's up, Jerry?
It always shocks me when I'm watching a YouTube video and somebody uses time, place, and manner in the proper way. That I'm like, ooh, that's nice. That's yeah, you're right.
Yeah, well, what's funny is that earlier, before we started playing this, they had a different attorney. It was a female attorney. They had the opposite view, saying, well, yeah, he is a reporter there and could have been there, but when he started getting out of hand and loud, and then told to leave by the property owner, the private business owner, then it was likely a proper arrest because he refused to leave. He was trespassing at that point. So Chilli freaked out on her earlier, but
yeah, like he freaks out on everybody, right?
Oh yeah.
After 10 p.m. local time Wednesday, no journalist expects to be arrested when you're doing your job, and I think that's really important that doesn't happen in our country. It obviously happens that don't have the freedoms.
Look. So remember, I just said I made a comment. I made a comment that a woman should not be in charge of the physicality of a man. Let me show you the reason why I said that. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a bunch of beta male cucks who act just like this one. None more than Evan McKnight in Ironton, Ohio, who tried to force my arm, and I said, "Nah, brah, not a chance. Didn't have a chance." Little beta male bitch had zero chance of.
What?
You're the bitch who ran from the warrant, you little fuck. God.
Yeah, no, you can call him a bitch. It's okay. That's proper word. Yeah, he's a bitch. Wasn't he the big beta male bitch that fucking told the Ironton Police Department to please handcuff him in the front? Oh, could you guys handcuff me in the front? Little beta male bitch. I wish I had Mark's out here. He does that close mic talking shit thing really good.
He does, and he has the most infectious laugh ever. I mean, it's just contagious.
No.
Watch how she behaves. Look at her.
Yeah.
Actions compared to what the other guy is doing. Just take a look, because she has to prove her worth because she's a woman. She has to prove that she can physically manhandle him. So watch how she treats him.
And I think that's really important that doesn't happen in our country. It obviously happens more often, more frequently in other countries that don't have the freedoms that we do. Just nation is KTLA's. Lambert,
look, his arm doesn't fold that way. Take a look.
That doesn't happen in our country. It obviously happens more.
Look, his arm does not bend how she's trying to bend it. His shoulders are burly. It doesn't work. She forces it.
More often, more frequently.
Look, she's pushing. She has to push her foot. See her foot over here? See her body weight? She has to torque her.
That doesn't happen in our country. It obviously happens more often, more frequently in other countries that don't have the freedoms that we do.
Just disgusting. Just disgusting. Just disgusting. Just disgusting.
Let's see you take people down, Chilli. Oh wait, what was he, fourth in his wrestling?
Yeah, I think it was either third or fourth. I think
it doesn't matter. He wasn't first, and he wasn't like first or nothing in the country or nothing like that. He was like fourth in his high school.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, though. I mean, he goes on a little bit more, but then like the rest of the stream, like it went to dog shit as far as tech. Like he kept getting muted, and he would talk for 10 minutes, no one could hear him, and then he'd start spazzing out. And then at one point, I think he blamed Google, or he at least said, he implied that with his lawsuit against Google and YouTube that they were messing with the streams. So
is it? Corrections. Is it tea time?
You remember when I said yesterday with with my internet issues at my town. So my dad, he lives like 12 miles away in a different city, and he's gone for the next 5 days. I told my dad, I was like, if I'm streaming, I'm using your house until that internet gets squared away, because I was so pissed off last night. I kept getting kicked. And so my dad, he's huge into grandfather clocks, and so he's got like 5 of them around the house.
That was awesome, though. I was like, spot of tea? Are we all just going to sit down and have some tea right now?
Yeah, there goes another one right now. It's crazy,
All right, so we're done with this video then.
Yeah. So what's going on in the chat? I've been on that other. I've been on that other page.
What other page? What?
No. I was saying I was on that other tab controlling the share screen, so I wasn't looking at the chat.
Oh, okay, no worries. Right now we got 8 people. We got 8 people in here watching us, and we got looks like we still got Friday the Ranger, Abby Poland. We got Warriors Rage, Doc Danger. Those are the people I see active right now in the chat. Candy Gale is still here, and I mean, so far we've been having a good time. Everybody's been so hilarious. Everybody's had a pretty good remark. I've liked it all. I've actually
Candy Gale.
Play mine. Oh, you got a video? What is it about?
Just a second here.
Oh, it's about chili. Okay.
Okay, just a second here. Let's take a look-see.
Let's take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Can we get copyright strike if I start singing songs that are copyrighted?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, is that the one where he's like out in the desert and stuff like that? He's like, oh, the press life chose me. I didn't choose it.
All right, let's see hers here.
Welcome everyone and Happy New Year. Welcome to 2023 and I hope you're all well. I hope you had a wonderful time last night. I'm sure most of you are still nursing hangovers from the festive drinking of New Year's Day. And we're going to kick off with some clips I put together from Chili doing the workout. And I've got to warn you, this is going to be a trigger warning for face palming, cringing and throwing up. Oh, and uncontrollable laughter.
What else is new? It's a Chili video.
Like, I can't.
Yeah, I like that build up. I like it. Yeah. Highlight reel. I'm all for it. Let's go.
Explain it. It's a thunderfest of fuck-ups. He's trying to act for this voiceover while he's working out. And he's perfectly, don't take steroids, body. Excuse me. Terrible.
Where are you from? Just out of curiosity.
Huh? I'm
asking what the accent is from, like what country. I'm asking Candy.
Well, he's not from the barrio, eh?
No, he's not from the Vato.
Hey, you sound like a cholo, is he?
Leeds. Okay. Very cool. Let's go.
Also, and yeah, some of the things he says, it just shows what a complete and utter fabrication his life really is. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on. It's not very long, so I won't talk to you for that much of your day. Take care. Please sub and subscribe and share, as I am trying to get now to my next goal of 1,000. I'm sitting around 639 now, 539. So get the word out there. Thank you very much. And here we go.
I began to train.
What high school did you go to?
I learned exactly how your body worked.
Yes.
And in my freshman year in high school, I became a progressive. I then became a bully slave.
Right off the fucking bat, he started with that. Oh, that killed me.
I think when Chili was doing this, he was in a meth psychosis. Honestly, he was like tripping balls when he did this video.
He leads with that. I totally didn't expect that. I just was like, damn.
I don't bang, warrior. I don't bang.
What I would do is I would position myself between a bully and his victim. And as the bully would begin to pick on the person.
10 seconds in and man is the biggest liar in the world. No, Chili, reality check. So this is what you did.
I would start to say things.
They're with
Yeah,
Jerry.
I miss that mouse. I miss that mouse. I love that mouse.
They don't make cartoons like they used to anymore. They really don't.
Oh hell no, dude! I could even I think I made it up to like 15 when they still showed the Looney Tunes on Saturday morning cartoons. I could still watch like a good hour of Looney Tunes and be good. Like I don't know, it was entertaining to me. I loved it. Even as I got older, I enjoyed it because it's like seeing things that they did. It's just funny. I don't know. You can't get away with those kind of cartoons anymore. I love it though. If I could get like a box set of some old school Looney Tunes, I'd love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know what?
And
Everybody in
eventually
the
the bully
chat,
would turn.
your favorite Looney Tune, please. It would make me happy if you would put your favorite Looney Tune.
To me and decide that he was going to teach me a lesson. It was a mistake every time.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and this is why Chili now has to wear a bridge, because most of his front teeth are missing.
Almost every bully who had ever beaten me up, I would later smash. By the time I was 18 or 19 years old, I had beat up every single bully that ever tried anything against anybody. And soon everybody from where I was from knew, don't fuck with that guy. Snail shade.
Now, people in the chat, you wonderful, special, wonderful people, would you please drop a comment and tell me what you actually think happened? I smell...
All said, I said.
He will destroy you. Then when I went on to fight those guys in the UFC, the first time I picked up the world champion over my head, slammed him on the ground, and he was the current world champion. I had no lust, no desire, no quest to fight in a cage for money. I just didn't care about being a prize fighter. It just wasn't in me. It never was.
Except I think
I
Scooby Doo
never
wasn't
stopped
a Looney
training.
Tune.
What's that?
Because Warriors Rage put as his favorite Looney Tune
What'd you say, Jerry?
Bugs Bunny. And it's because Warriors Rage put Bugs Bunny as his favorite Looney Tune, and then he put Scooby Doo, and I'm all like, I don't think Scooby Doo was a Looney Tune, but I get it.
Mine was always the Wile E. Coyote.
Oh, the did you like was it the Coyote, or did you like the Roadrunner and the Coyote? Because I kind of like Coyote's his cartoons by themselves sometimes. You know, like when you would have the like Wile E. Coyote versus Bugs Bunny and stuff like that. You know, like it wasn't necessarily the Roadrunner. It was just Wile E. Coyote that I liked.
Yeah, I liked Wile E. Coyote because I always felt bad for him. The guy just couldn't catch a break. You know, I felt bad for him.
But he was a genius.
He was in his own mind, kind of like Chili.
He was chilly. He always thinks he has a plan. He always thinks he's smarter than everybody.
Yes.
I still have that mentality. Nobody's ever going to kick my ass ever again. And if they do, I never saw them coming. I can't take the years back that made me as hard as I am. I can't take away the pain from betrayal that formed the hard exterior of a man that I am today.
Why the fuck you lying? Stop fucking lying.
Well, you heard it. Apparently, he beat the world champion UFC fighter. Now, either Chili is suffering from some sort of severe concussion while guzzling down freely at the DMT.
What's that?
I'm like, he's suffering from a severe concussion.
Yeah, no doubt.
Or he's just completely lying, trying to make himself to be some sort of tough guy, as he's doing his voiceover to him working out, all sweated up in the middle of the desert, doing a 5-minute workout, just to get that little pump. Now, please comment down below on to whether or not you think Mr. De Castro beat the world champion UFC fighter. Notice he doesn't put any sort of names. He also says he was the best pro wrestler. Oh, sorry, the best pro in his school when he was 4th place in one amateur local competition. Oh, Jesus Christ. This peck, this annoying Oompa Loompa, this waste of atoms. I couldn't think of what to say because it's the cringiness. I mean, come on. Does he really expect anybody to believe any of this? I really thought it couldn't get any worse. Oh.
I can't take the years back that made me as hard as I am. I can't take away the pain from betrayal that formed the hard exterior of the man that I am today. I can't change any of those things. However, I have purpose. I know what my purpose is. The first time I was bullied by a cop, I was 19 years old. I was in Oregon City, Oregon.
Ireland, and you did very well.
Did you?
Yes.
He said, I'm going to jump off this truck and I'm going to run like 20 paces that way. And he came back like he didn't even take him like 2 seconds. He like turned around and came back.
Yeah.
Chili sucks. Chili sucks at everything.
Yeah.
Okay, right up that shit up. And you proved you're a proper Oompa Loompa by taking that baton and not even squealing.
And this cop bullied me in front of my girlfriend. I couldn't stop him. Pushing me around, poking me, prodding me, screaming in my face. I couldn't respond. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't stand in the head. And I couldn't do it.
Right, hang on. 2 minutes ago, Chili, you were saying that you beat the world champion UFC fighter, you're a top wrestler, and apparently this copper was bullying you. Well, this wouldn't happen to be the same arrest for the GHB charge where you said you were alone. The first, God knows how many times you admitted it, because first time round you actually said it never happened and you never were arrested, never charged, blah, blah. Then it was, oh, blah, blah. Oh, no contest, and then whatever else. Jesus Christ, it's a mental exercise just keeping up with the lies upon lies to cover up more lies when you're lying. You are so much hard work. And as for a girlfriend, Chili, that's one step too far.
You got something to say there, Jerry?
Yeah, no, with the whole thing about his girlfriend, that had to be one of the most dumbest lies. I don't know what he was thinking when he told that lie about how you remember the breakup story about his girlfriend, how he says that
yeah, at the campus.
Yeah, she was in the all girls dorm room holding another guy's hand, but he couldn't be in the dorm room because he was a guy, but she was holding the hand of a guy in the all girls dorm room.
Right.
Blow up doll.
Oh my god. Oh.
He can never have a blow up doll, dude. He keeps poking holes in the thing.
Yeah.
Afraid.
I remember it well. I remember telling people about it, and they all told me to let it go. Let it go.
Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, turn away and slam the door.
Oh, you can't win it, let it go. I wasn't used to that. I couldn't let it go, and I've never let it go. And now, as I look over the landscape of the law, I understand that the laws have been created that allow one man to bully another man under the guise of law. And I found my purpose. I don't lust. I don't desire money. I don't desire fame or notoriety.
You only talk about buttholes like all the time, dude. He's like, I don't lust. All he does is talk about his butthole and how people want to look up it, and he wants to. Oh man, dude.
Yeah, and then he says he doesn't desire fame. Okay.
Yeah, sure, pal.
Yeah.
He's so unmanly.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
What I want was given to me. I never chose this. I didn't want to do this. This wasn't in my plans. I realized I've become a target. I'll be despised by both sides of the political parties. People will want to kill me.
You see how he threw that tailgate shut as hard as he could?
Hey, everyone's gonna want to kill me. Everyone's gonna want to kill me. Not for the reasons you think, Chili. Not for the reasons you think.
Oh.
Here we go. Same old thing from every single scammer, conman, and grifter. Never, ever. I never chose this. Yeah, you did. You chose to get involved with GHB. You chose to sell it because you could see to make easy money, not thinking about the harm it can do to others. Do you ever think about how many women could have been out on date nights and woke up sexually assaulted because of a pill that you sold somebody, a pill that you could have manufactured and given, sold, made profit of, all for a couple of bucks? This is how pathetic and stupid you really are. Every mishap, every downturn, the fact that you're a traveling hobo, no home, no family, no loved ones. And the only person to blame is you, not the police for doing the job. You. And you can't stand that fact. It's eating you from the inside out, Chilli. And you are not man enough to face up for it. So you make up your past. You try to make up some sort of big He-Man type of person. You're just a little coward, mate. You're a short, angry man. Grow the fuck up and get a grip.
People will want to know me. People will want to understand me.
Couldn't say it better myself.
If that's self-important.
Yep, spot on.
I don't give a fuck what you think. I have a purpose. It's to overturn Terry versus Ohio. But it doesn't start there. It starts with the 1925.
Of course. Oh.
I just can't with this guy. I just can't with this guy, man. I just
cut
can't.
out my eyes with
I
a
just
fucking
can't.
Spoon. Oh,
I can't. I have a purpose.
jeez.
I have a purpose. It's to turn Terry versus Ohio. Terry versus Ohio. He doesn't even understand Terry versus Ohio.
No, he doesn't. Oh, now he's gonna get into Carol. Dear Lord.
A case of Carroll versus the United States. A 1925 case based on prohibition that creates exigent circumstances.
Well, that's your lot, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. And I would really appreciate you just to spend a little time, a few seconds, just to click that like button. And, of course, subscribe and share and all that good stuff. And get the word out.
Yeah, so that came from Atheist Hammer. So
The
I'm
Atheist
subscribing
Hammer.
here.
I've already subbed. He's good. He's good, man. That was,
Yeah, he's
oh
good.
man.
Great video.
I have a purpose. Why was he trying to sound like if he was auditioning to be Batman or something? Like, I have a purpose. I'm not the. What is it? I'm not the constitutional law scholar that you want. I'm the constitutional law scholar that you need. I couldn't even get it out.
Oh. That was funny. Those little, 20 step little wind sprints. That was funny.
Thanks, Warriors Rage, man. If you can check out the other stuff we got, and leave a comment if you can. Get the engagement going. I would appreciate anything you got, dude. Thank you, man. Thanks for showing up. Two finger grips. Oh yeah, for sure. He did. Hi, by the way, Jess. Everything that Chilli, regurgitates, he's heard from somewhere. He's consistently copying stuff. If you listen to him, all he is regurgitating things consistently. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I swear to you, I was in a stream where I heard him say one particular word for like 3 days straight. And then at the end of this stream, he looked up the word for the first time to see if it was a real word. That's how much he regurgitates things. He will not research it.
No, he won't. Well,
All right, so that was the end of that
anybody
one.
else in the chat got something to discuss? That was kind of our stick for the night. Anything you got more, Jerry?
Well, I mean, I mean, we could talk a little bit about Mark Stout and his stuff. I just wanted to say, like as far as that stuff is concerned, I mean, I know he's going through the court case and everything, but just as some of the people that are here who follow Mark Stout and what's going on with um Long Island Audits, the delusion within some of his fan base is crazy, man. I've run into a couple of them, and I can't believe like how much they still do not want to accept the fact that he lost at that court case, bro. It's like they they seen. I mean, it's out there. He's guilty. He even like he kind of like admitted it, but he didn't really. But it's like you were found guilty, so you had to pay a fine. Now, regardless of whether it was $90 or $900, you still were found guilty of trespassing in a public building. The thing that frauditors always say that they can't be trespassed for.
Right.
What do they always say? What's the crime that I committed? What's the crime that I committed? You can't trespass me from a public building unless I committed a crime. It's like, no, this proves that you can be trespassed from a building just because they don't want you there. It's like this is the big thing about this situation that they don't understand is that this is showing that it is possible for you to get trespassed from a public building just because the employees don't want you there, just like any private business. They are not they're not paying attention to what the big issue is there. Correction?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just reading Abby Pollin's comments. Sorry you're in a lot of pain, Abby. I hope you start feeling better.
Oh, I hope you do, Abby. I hate knowing people are in pain. I went through a lot of it too. I had back pains and stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I agree. And the funniest thing too about Long Island audits is that only him would be stupid enough to spend 50 grand on attorneys to go through a trial on a $90 ticket.
well, I put it in Mark Stout's chat. I said this. I'm all like, after the court case, $90 fine for being found guilty on trespassing in a public building, $50,000 paid to an attorney only to lose at a court case where you pay $90 fine for being trespassed in a public building. Laszlo being correct about everything he said, priceless.
Yep. Hi, Erica.
Yeah, Doc Danger. I didn't give you a wrench. I thought I did. Do you want to? Do you have anything that you want to put up? Anything that you've been thinking about? Corrections?
No, not me. No.
Okay. Well, I mean, we did two streams back to back, pretty long, and I don't mind cutting this one short because I'm pretty sure there's other people that are going to stream tonight, so I think we should cut it short today. This was fun. I did think this was fun though. I like the fact that we were able to see videos and like react to them. I thank everybody that showed up. You guys are awesome. Doc Danger, you've been probably one of the best. I absolutely appreciate you coming along and watching this because I mean I don't even know if we're this is like your cup of tea as far as like the content, but I really do appreciate you coming around. Everybody, like Friday the Wrangler, we'll get you next time, bro. I do think we went long for the last two, and I think maybe we should cut it short so that Corrections can work on his videos and we can work on different content. Um, so yeah, let's. I say we bust the marks out and call it a night, huh?
Yeah.
All right, Doc Danger, if you want to hang around in the chat, I'll give you a wrench in just a second. Let me just get out of here and I'll put it on for you, right? Okay, guys. I hope you guys have a good night, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow. Just look around, and yeah, we'll be around.
Yeah, thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. I keep seeing the same names, pop up every time we stream. So thank you guys. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, don't forget, just share us around. We were trying to up ourselves. We're trying to do all the stuff that like we need to, so we can get our content going. So like any share, anything that you guys can do to help us out in that manner, we appreciate it greatly. So see you next time.
Thanks, guys. See ya.